students, they are not writing anything. And so students, I see them, they just be looking at you, they're not just taking notes. So you have to do what? Write exam. So some next week we'll be doing. So I also have arranged that today, but I'll be doing that some next week. So please let them fill in. There shouldn't be any empty space. Let them fill in and then somebody can sit there. So that so ready as from next week, I'll be asking you if you win, if you can pass my exam very well, there will be gift. Yes. Yes, I'll be setting that. Yes, I'll discuss and I'll go mark. Yes. And it will be on all the lectures we have done this year. This is March, so we have done just like this very year. It's like the 10th week. Right? Very important. Don't worry. Relax. Go through the slide and read. Five questions. Understanding real estate risk in life. There is risk in life. As we are living, as we are existing, this is what. Yeah. So that's why you see this young man, he had very serious, terrible accident. And that's life risk. Because he had an accident that day, that doesn't stop him from coming today through the same road, right? So that shows that we being here today is all about what? Risk. There's financial risk. Put your money in a bank, anything can just happen one day. Yes, we have seen situations like that. So, we have risk in life. You know how the risk? I will start with real estate market risk. Then, number 2, location risk. Location what? Risk. Financial risk or leverage risk. You go into the bank to get money. Liquidity risk. Because properties, talk about liquidity. The money available. Can you compare and say that property is liquid? Liquid in the sense that, can I sell this property now, today, and give me what? Money. So you understand that very soon. Inflation risk. We all experienced inflation in the last 1-2 months in Nigeria. Especially that month of February. You should not pray for such a month again. I'll never forget that month. I saw cement. We paid and they changed prices 5 times. Inflation in Nigeria. Management risk. Well managed. You can set up a business and when the business is not properly managed, it's a problem. Interest rates risk. Some of you just come to the bank and they give you back 2%. Something that you should have been able to negotiate down. I remember when we took the loan for this place, we got 14%. And it was based on negotiation. You understand? Ordinarily, they first brought 22%. But you have to what? Negotiate. So there is what is called interest rate risk. There's what is called legislative risk. This has to do with government. The government can legislate there and say, okay, everybody on this act, very road, please leave. I want to fix the road. I will be encroaching on your property. However, if the property has got a title document, not the land. If it is just the land, government will take it without encroaching, without paying you anything. Yes. But if it is a building with a seal of O, a certified document, you'll be what? Compensated. So there's what's called legislative risk, development risk, entitlement risk, legal risk, operational risk. structural risk, negative cash flow risk, high vacancy risk, and finally, tenancy risk. You do the house and don't bring in tenants. And the tenant come to problem a month inside the house. Let's go. What is real estate? I like to start my lecture on a very friendly note so that we understand it very well. We do what? Understand it very well. Real estate is a real property that consists of the land and improvement. So it's not only about the land. When it comes to real estate, if I'm giving you a definition of land, we just talk about the land without the improvement. But when it comes to real estate, it has to do with the land and the improvement. Everything on it, which includes buildings, features, roads, structures, and utility systems. So that's what real estate is: the land plus the property on it, and any other structure or improvement features on it. Real estate is a form of real property. What you can feel, real, something that is real. And that differentiates real estate from every other form of investment. Because it is real. You can feel it. Meaning that it is something you own that is attached to a piece of land. It can be used for either residential, commercial, or industrial purposes. When it comes to real estate, even the mineral resources on the land is also what? Some part of the real estate. Let's go next. What is risk? What is what? Risk. So you understand real estate now, right?
Yes.
Now, very, very soon we'll be making the two together. But that we have been able to form a very good foundation. Risk implies future uncertainty. This man left his house that day. He never knew we having what? Accident. Future what? Uncertainty. About deviation from expected earnings or expected income. You are expecting to earn XYZ, but there was what? A deviation from that line. You believe that you would actually move from point A to point B, but there was what? A deviation. That's a simple meaning of risk. Now it says risk measures the uncertainty that an investor is willing to take to realize the gain from an investment. An investor has planned about making XYZ amounts from this investment, but at the end of the day, he couldn't what? Make such money. Are you learning something?
Yes.
Risk refers to the degree of uncertainty, the potential loss inherent in a financial decision. You have planned, by the end of the day, life happens. So for me, I can equate life to what? Risk itself. So life is risky. Risky is also what? Life. In simple terms, risk is the possibility of something bad happening. Risk informs uncertainty about the effect implications of an activity with respect to something that human value, such as health. This is what you value so much. But it's changing now. Such as what? Health, well-being, wealth. You have planned that when you finish from school, automatically you'll be getting what? A job. And be living well. But because you couldn't see the future. So that's what that is. Life is what? Beclouded with uncertainties. Focusing on negative, undesirable consequence. So I said you should understand what it means, what risk itself means. So if you are talking to somebody next time, you should be able to say that risk is the deviation from the certainty, what you believe, to the what? Uncertainty. You can see the two. Certain, uncertain. For the past decade, real estate has ranked as the world of most investment peak. That's how we are going now. We are just about flying. We are done, we are taxi, and so we want to fly. With 48% of population identifying real estate as the best long-term investment. In 2023, according to Gallup Annual Economic and Personal Finance Survey, that puts real estate ahead of gold, 26%, stock and mutual funds, 18%, saving account and certificate of deposit, 13%, and bond at 7% as the favored long-term investment. You can see the gap real estate has given them. This is a survey that was done by a reputable organization. Yes. It may be the top investment peak, but like any investment, real estate investment has risk. It has what? Risk. Yes. And very no risk. And property owners can lose money. Yeah, 15 real estate investment risk that you can look into. Now, I have been teaching you about income. Real estate can give you money. Real estate is the best form of what? Investment. There is steady what? Income, inflow. This morning I want to tell you that there is the other side of what? Life. In real estate, you got to be what? Careful. So I don't get your fingers. I have seen people, I have seen several companies that started on a very good note, but today they are nowhere to be found. So many. You as a company, this is our 14th year. And I knew those we started together. Not by power, but by being consistent and being careful. Being what? Careful. Some of them actually had the real estate business as their first test case into the business world. Compared to someone like me or like us, we have been into several before even coming into real estate. So we have got our low time and our high time in life. Real estate investment can be lucrative, but it is important to understand the risk. Hello? Risk. Very real. Very, very real. Number one, the first is real estate market. The market itself. The market is what? Itself. Let's go. The real estate market is unpredictable. The market itself is what? Unpredictable. You sit down and say, we talk more about the positive side when we are marketing. Real estate is that, but no, it is not unpredictable. While there are forecasts on where the market ended, nothing is set in stone. Nothing is cast in stone. Immediately to the 2008 Great Recession, in 2008 there was a very serious recession in the world, whereby people lost money. In fact, so many companies collapsed. Companies that have been in existence for about 50 years. They what? So many, 2008, all over the world. So many companies that have been doing well, that they have their name up there. 2008 global recession. Please note this. 2008 what? Global recession. Many investors strongly believe that the real estate market could only be in one direction. Hello? Everybody seated in this class All what you've been saying has been what? Places in what? Up direction. No. Let's get has got its own downtime as well. For example, in 2008, there was a global recession. The basic assumption was that if you bought the property today, you could sell it for a lot more later on. That has been very basic. Don't worry, your property will appreciate the value. Your money is safe and secured. Come on, you're going to learn some few, you're going to see information. A recent example was that drastically changed the real market is the pandemic. 2020, with nationwide lockdown, property investment in 2020 were slow or had no demand. As an investor, you should always stay updated with market economy and understand its movement. Doing so will help you to prepare for any downturn. Because nobody planned for it. COVID-19. Who knows what is coming next? So as an investor, you must always plan. It says, while real estate value will tend to rise over time, real estate market is unpredictable, and your investment will depreciate. Could what? Depreciate. Supply and demand, the state of economy, these are factors that can make your investment or what to depreciate. Supply and demand, the state of economy, supply and demand, there will be more supply than demand. The state of economy. How many people are building houses now? Because building materials. Some are stopped already. Some who have collected money last year for a project. They are what? Some are already, some contractors are running, they are running, they are huge, running. Talk about interest rates, talk about government policies, and unforeseen events all play a role in real estate trend. Including housing prices and rental rates. You can lower the risk of getting caught on the wrong side of the trend by doing careful research and monitoring your real estate holdings. We mentioned so many factors there. But before going into the factors, we mentioned about what happened in 2008, the global recession. If you didn't experience that, maybe you were not in real estate at that time, you don't experience sit just the way Bernard is sitting. Because this is a major lecture that will save some of you. Yes, because when you want to invest, you first take all these points. All the points I'll be giving you today, you check. You check the location first. Hope the location is suitable. Before you throw your money. Yeah. Yes, after the class. Location. Location should always be your first consideration when buying an investment property. After all, you can't move a house to a more desirable neighborhood. So if you have made the mistake, you can't carry your house. That's the lifetime problem. And let me shock you. In most cases, it is the same amount of money that you're going to use to build in Mowe that you're going to use to build Maryland. That's the same. Building materials. Maybe just a bit different. Maybe some of like the sharp sand, the granite, and that's it. Or maybe plaster sand. But when it comes to cement, the same amount. Reinforcement, iron, the same. Tiles, same. So you need to check location. Very, very important. Can't move it. Or move a retail building out of an abandoned strip mall. Location ultimately drives the factor that determines your ability to make profit. Talk about demand for rental properties, type of properties that are in the highest demand, tenant pool, rental rates, and the potential for appreciation. In general, the best location is the one that will generate the highest return on investment. So you got to do your research in citing that location. In citing that business, please check the location. I spoke about one investor that came from the US that was given a place at Mowe to build shops. The guy, he built those shops inside a gully. Yes, gully. Those shops are still there. Nobody can he carry those shops from there? Not possible. They're just there for life. Wasted resources. Please, as a trained realtor or consultant, check location first. Even when you are advising or you are consulting for your prospect or client, tell them location. Real estate is location sensitive. Because when you make a wrong choice by building your house in a wrong location, you can't carry the house. It will be a lifetime waste of money. Let's go, number 2. Financial risk or leverage risk. Financial. When you get money, you know that. Leverage refers to how much debt you take on a fund to fund an investment. Don't go and get yourself stuck. It's calculated in terms of debt to equity ratio. For example, if you use 60,000 naira in borrowed money and 4,000 naira of your own money to buy 100,000 naira property, the investment will be considered 60% financed. Then 60,000 divided by 100,000, that's gives you 0.6%. This is called 0.6% debt to equity ratio. 0.6% debt to what? Equity ratio. You are owing the bank or anybody 60% of that investment. The more leverage the property deal is, the higher the risk. Why? Because the more leverage you use, the more dependent you become on expected returns. money. You can magnify your return because you have used free money to do a project, to fix a project. The same way you can magnify your money having so much, the same thing can magnify problems. If by December somebody had gone to bank to get a loan of 100 million naira for a project, by the end of February, is this the same money? The person has entered into what? Serious debt. And already the interest, already counting. You have to pay back. And the 100 million you have taken cannot finish the project again. That's the problem. It's what? Serious problem. Let's go. Okay. Leverage risk is also known as structural risk, which has nothing to do with the physical structure of the problem, but structure on the deal. Talk about low interest rates. The higher the interest rate, the higher the total debt and associated risk. You have gone to get a loan, the higher the risk you have entered. Seriously. Also, the required collateral. The type of collateral required for the loan and how much determine what risk or fee size to default on the loan. If you carry your father's property to go and stand, you cannot go. Several like that. If you go to bank, you have so many properties you want to sell. People's property. Right? So many. How come we don't smoke? Take over. Please be careful. I mentioned one that day here, Planet One, I mean. It's not by very large there. Very beautiful hotel, resort center. Man took loan and they built the place. And they couldn't what? Pay off. How come took over? And they demolished the building. As beautiful as the building was there, it was demolished. Another thing comes demolished. If you go there, they built the station there now. Not west. They shared the land into two. Not west took half. Another company took half. Yeah, very large. That was what killed the man. When they demolished that property, that the pressure came into something you had invested. Beautiful, very beautiful location. Financial risk. Look at this. Debt maturity. This refers to when the debt is ultimately due. If it is due at the time when the property net operating income is lower than expected, or when the market is down, you may be forced to liquidate your position at an inconvenient time and lose money as a result. So that you can cover outstanding debt with a new loan is hard. Covering outstanding debt with a new loan is very, very hard. As a rule of thumb, real estate investment should be leveraged more than 70% maximum. Don't go to bank more than 70%. Let me break it down. You want to build any investment, look for your own money too. If it is 50-50, you understand that it is very, very, it's easy. Very, very. I know it's not easy to raise your own funds too. Talk about other people's money. Very easy. But when you have about 80% loan, and anything goes wrong, that's how some people don't die. Just commit suicide or maybe just end it there. So the maximum should be more than 70%. Maximum. Let's go. Number 3, talk about liquidity risk. We are going to learn something from this liquidity risk. It says another risk inherent in real estate is illiquidity. Unlike other assets, real estate is what? Illiquidity. estate is not, our property is not liquid. It is what? Illiquid. Because you can't convert it to cash immediately. And that's why some people decided to go for REITs, real estate investment trust. It's not like shares. I gave you that lecture, right? Yes, sir. Remember, they just go and sell their interest and pay anybody they are owing. They don't want to go and build one house and come for what? A big project. Selling takes a lot of paperwork and time. To sell that property takes what? A lot of time. Paperwork. The closing process is long and involves a lot of moving parts, buyer and seller agents, home inspectors, appraisals, mortgage lenders, sometimes lawyers. They'll be going forward, coming back, going forward, coming back. This can make it hard to get out of bad investment, and in some cases, you may be forced to sell at a loss. You can't sell a property just today. Very, very, very rare. Somebody called me, I want to sell my house at Mowe Father. You have to wait till you get a buyer. You too can get a buyer. Say, how do I get a buyer? One of the clients who ask them, how do I even get a buyer? Because what is very, very interesting and sometimes very, very traumatic. Because this person needs money. And he believes that he bought that property so that when he wants to sell, he can easily what? Sell. But we have also forgotten that real estate is illiquid. You don't have the money in the bank. When you have the money in the bank, you can rush there and take it out. One of the major risks in real estate investment is that properties are illiquid. Look at it. Properties are illiquid, meaning you cannot easily convert them into cash. Selling or purchasing a property is neither quick nor simple. Not that quick. Don't promise anybody I will sell it within 1 week. Even the process of having your agents to come and check, having the lawyers to prepare documents, to do their search, so many. Even the process. One need to undervalue property or wait as long as a year for an incredible price in some circumstances. Therefore, it is essential to understand real estate market stability before investing in properties. One cannot ignore the liquidity risk when the market is unstable. I now wrote it takes between 3 to 9 months minimum to conclude deals. So when you have a property that you have kept as your backbone to sell, just in case, go and notice 1 year. So plan for the 1 year so that you don't get to the second one and be calling the agent. You have not sold it me. I need to pay the bank. Minimum 1 year. If you are very lucky, you need 3 months. But go and note it down, it's between 3 months and 1 year. Somebody just come and say, wow, I love this property. Wow. Let's go. Inflation risk. Have you learned something today?
Yes, sir.
Property is not like a bread. Or beans, or gari, where somebody just go and fire. You see some properties for 4 years, that's it, looking for buyer. And that, especially properties in very long location. And that's why you have to check location first. So that when it gets to that point, the property will be what? It would have appreciated very well in price and will go off the market quickly. If your property is in one wrong location, forget it. Forget that fact that this property, they said, appreciate the value. And I can always sell it. Doesn't work. I'm giving you the reverse. This is not like the reverse osmosis, whereby you have learned so much about the positive. Today you are learning about what? Yes. The pros and cons. Inflation risk. Inflation is a major factor to consider in investing in real estate. Nigeria inflation rose from 18% to 22% last month. All transactions change between 100 to 200% increment. It must be thoroughly considered. Inflation. Please, I'm doing any business with anybody. Go and check the inflation, the current, what are they talking about the inflation of Nigeria? What is the projection? Inflation risk. Within February, Nigeria now moved from 80% to 32%. If you listen to this guy in channels every Sunday, Ogosowo, give you analysis about Nigeria. Yes, the diaspora fund, that's what we have been living on. People sending money from abroad, and Nigeria experienced so much during that February. People were just sending money. That was what helped the economy. There should be time frame for any agreement and offer. Also, variation clause must be considered. If you are writing offer, just tell the person, this offer valid for 7 days. So tomorrow, the person that you gave me an offer, or this business you are doing, you put the variation clause. In case the economy, anything happens, you have to sit down and look into the variation clause. What does the variation mean? That when we signed, it was 18% interest. Now we have to adjust this contract because the current economic situation within 3 months has gone to 32%. So this project must be reviewed upward. If there is no variation clause, you are on your own, you have to give out. Let's go. Management risk. The amount of income a property can generate depends on how competently it is managed. How what? Competently managed. How competently it is managed. It's not that guy. The amount of income a property can generate and give you depends on how competently you can manage that property. Property too has its own life, like human beings, just like we are. This type of risk is based on the ability of the management, how it responds to economic conditions, maintain the property, negotiate leases, contribute to this. Not only commercial, even the residential properties needs to be properly managed. You must have seen the difficulty a number of managers and owners face due to the outdated tenant law in Nigeria. That's why the tenant can decide not to pay for 1 year. Because the law is outdated, 1978 Land Use Act. I did a lecture on that from the field. You have material to be reading. That law should be what you review. You should review it. We are still using 1978 law in 2024. It's just like we thinking of a phone that was designed in 1978. Is this still okay? Or a car, 1978 car, and now. But in Nigeria, it's unfortunate we are still using the law of 1978. Now, therefore, it is advisable for the management to go for the registered lease for residential and commercial property. That is, you look at a company that understands how to manage the property and handle licensed, a registered company that has got the technical know-how of how to manage that estate or that property. You should just hand over. But when you are managing yourself, the tenant can hold you 3 years and will not pay you. I can't throw the tenant. I told you about somebody that went to pick somebody's house door. The guy used 25 years old. Free. Because it must be determined by the court. And you know the court in Nigeria. A tenant can go as far as getting to Supreme Court. But you see, most of the tenants, when they get to like some high court, they should lose. You don't want to appeal. And you have like 14 days to appeal. So that's all. You want to go. But when you meet one stubborn person, next thing they will clear appeal. And that's it. You are there again. There you go. Some properties require intensive maintenance, like hotels. There are some properties that require steady maintenance. If you have hotel and you don't maintain hotel, you are on your own. Just go there, that hotel before. Because they are opening new, and you know those customers, you want to go and taste that new open. That's all. Have you? You have to manage it. That's one of the risks in real estate. That you need to consider very well managing the property. You must learn how to manage, not only to be making the money, but also what? To be managed. Poor management can result in lower or than expected income, higher operating costs, and costly deferred maintenance. Costly deferred. Something you want to have done now, you are deferring, and when you want to now do it, now becomes so expensive, and you can't even touch it again. On the flip side, the customers are no longer interested again. They will say that project is now dilapidated. Let's replace that. Maintenance. Management risk. We lack management culture in this part of the world. And that's why we are here, where we are today. Can't manage, can't maintain. So when you are going into real estate, you have to learn the act of management. Manage what you have. Use it well. Interest rate risk. Please look into this before you go to any bank. Sit down with the banker and do the calculation. Bankers, they don't care. But banker is also a marketer that is expecting his commission. So you look at every transaction like that's the way you talk about transactions. You don't do it now. Please look into it very well before you get yourself some fingers burned. So because I had some banker friend then, when we were teaching this place, we have to review, check the interest. I called some experts. What should we do? Then show 14% now. Just try. And they ended up accepting it. 1% alone is not small money. Cumulatively, 1%. Investors using debt financing, they face higher interest rate upon refinancing. Higher interest rate may also decrease the price potential buyers will pay for the property. This is mainly for those who go to get mortgage. When the rate which you got, maybe the rate at that point you got about 20%, and the amortization, that's the number of years to repay, is maybe like 25 years. And because the rate is so high that you can't even pay. After 5 years, you want to refinance, you want to sell off, it becomes an issue. The new buyer coming will check the They say, come, I can't pay this rate. You have to drop the price. And that's how something that you should be gaining and now come to what? Loss. So please check rate. You know, they throw some juicy offers to you. Come and take a loan. Ask how much is the rate. Don't just jump at the money and you get yourself stuck. Let's go. Legislative issue. Real estate is heavily regulated by federal, state, and local government. I'm talking about legislative risk. Are you learning something?
Yes, sir.
Legislative risk. Please, don't change any line. Just leave it like that. No more tell it to let's just do it. No worry. That's never risk. You just take down, you don't take it again. There's risk everywhere. Everything. So you need to check before jumping. You need to look before you do. Most of you just back. Right? Just jump into the ditch. That's it. Real estate is heavily regulated by federal, state, and local government, which means real estate investors need to reckon with various legislative real estate investment risks. The business is well regulated. That's why you see some people buying land that does not have any document, and you just see yourself. School has some challenges. Delay in getting building permit to slow down construction and delay housing real estate investment start generating rental income. Changes to zoning regulation could impact whether certain property types are permitted. For example, a new ban on short-term rental may require you to rethink an Airbnb real estate investing strategy. Passing of rent control law would hurt your ability to increase the rent from year to year to boost profit or keep up with growing property expenses. Please follow. Legislative, let's go. Increases in property tax rates would lower your profit margin and halt your cash flow. Changes to tenant law would limit your ability to deny tenant application or process eviction. There are so many laws. Changes in law can adversely affect or impact the property rent control. Look at what happened, like in January, I brought a document, the new survey rate, right? Yes. Survey fee, the new rate. This area now is now 2 million naira. It's really any property on this very road. And if you are using your company name to process it, it's double. Please note this. In case your client is buying with his or our company name, it's what? Double in price. But if you are using your name, you only pay the exact fee. This is from A under zone A. Any property facing this expense is under what? A. 2 million. And it just happened. So if you have collected money last month in December, and in January you want to process, that's the problem. So you need to look into what legislative risk. What is government? What are they saying? What are the plans coming up? What are the reviews they are currently doing? It takes time for them to pass law most times. That's why you have to keep your eyes open. That's why you have to be listening to news. You have to be updated. Most of you don't listen to news at all. You need to know which law are they working on. Okay, which law has passed the first reading? Which law has passed the second reading? Which law has gone for government assets, for governor's assets or president assets? as a final. You need to listen to me. Uniform permit fee last year, Lagos State government increased the uniform permit fee by 100% last year. Without report to anybody, didn't even inform anybody. Just came with the policy, 100%. Acquisition issue. Government just came one day. The regional government during 1993 said 823 square kilometers under what? Acquisition. Without report to anybody. Military firearms. You can't repeat this, you can't. Legislative law, risk. Bureaucracy. Don't allow some to process documents. They will be moving you to file from one table to another. From one table to another. From one table. So if you don't drop money on this table, you can't move to the next table. There was a day I went to check a file. They kept the file under one cabinet, under the table. They now brought out files, so many files. I'm telling you that they brought out so many files, about 500. So they were not looking for our own file. They now saw our file, they brought it out. They took those ones back. I don't wonder that people they will not be dreaming in their head that their file, is going through process and approval. They never knew that they have kept their file in view. Under a doctor there. Why? Government risk, legislative risk. Please, you need to check this very well before development risk. Property requires significant development or development. There are development risks associated with it. This may come in the form of construction risk and entitlement risk. Construction risk is the risk that the project will not be completed within the expected time frame. Construction risk is what? Your project should be ready within 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. But because of one factor or one problem or one issue, you will complete it. Become a problem. Thus, incurring higher construction costs or the build defect after completion. Voila. Serious construction risk. How do you do that? See what happened at Ikoyi the other day, the other time. Construction risk. When that building, that 21 floor went down, they demolished the other two because of one construction risk somewhere. They said we can't pass a vote of no confidence on this other two. They demolished practically. Construction risk. It's important to ensure that the sponsor has sufficient experience in construction project. If an investment includes the development aspect, however, the longer the project drag on, the more likely the developer will incur higher interest on the loan used to finance project. Construction risk or development risk. As the project drags, issues that you never unforeseen issues. In Nigeria, you don't know who is thinking behind the scene. I want to come and disturb you on that project. You're just stuck. And before you know, you are still on that problem for 6 months. Meanwhile, as the project lingers, prices of building materials are going up and it becomes a problem. So when doing your calculation, you must always add that word risk there. When we project ready, it should be 6 months. Don't say okay 1 year. Right?
Yes, sir.
Entitlement risk. This has to do with government coming up to say that area is a no zone, don't go there again. The sort of houses are demolished in Lekki. Right? Entitlement risk. Look at the one the first code by FHA. Beautiful houses. Because they belong to them. They are entitled to it. It belongs to FHA. Are you going to build there? For me, if you have called them, come, you have built, let's negotiate. This land, come and pay for the land. Come and buy. Very simple. But they went on and do what? Entitlement risk. Legal risk. Legal risk refers to potential for lawsuits. In any project, you're expecting this, anybody can sue you. You can be sued, and you too can what? Sue. So there's what? Legal risk. Liability claims. You can claim liability and you have defaulted. Other legal issues that may arise during ownership or management of real estate investment. To manage legal risk, it is essential to work with a knowledgeable real estate attorney who can provide guidance on local laws and regulations. It's also important to obtain adequate insurance coverage. I'll be talking next week about how you can mitigate all these risks, including liability insurance, property insurance, and other types of coverage as necessary. Legal risk, it can come anytime. You just bring document, and when the document comes, it comes with a stop work order, and that's the problem. That stop work, you just place on that work, can turn to 20 years. I have one on my street as we speak. Woman built about 3 floors. And because the money they sold to her, and already a group of people have bought the land, 2 plots. And the woman built within 3 months. And those guys went to court and they brought stop order and they just place it there. And they came from court to change to adopt the land. In this moment, nobody can go there to do anything. Legal risk. That project you believe you are doing, one family can just wake up and say, this land has to be our generational land by our forefathers. And they will now be telling you some stories about 10, 20, 50, 100, 1 million years. So always take on the legal risk. Get a lawyer. A very sound one. Before buying that land, you pick the coordinates, pick all the information for the land, go to the primary court around, the customary courts. Is there any case going on? After the customary court, just like what happened to us in the Korodu, we failed to check the local court around. We just went to high court. Check appeal court. Nothing. Unknown to us, they've been in that customary court for 12 years. That customary court there. Legal risk. And they got an order to stop, to place like a lane on the land. They got it from the court. After 3 months that we got to the land. And they placed the signage there. Stop work by Kiniko, Justice Kiniko, bar. And that was it. You can't go and take it off. You take it off, you have your own. They will do what's not bench warrant on you. You can be nobody's. They can sue you, and you can be sued. Don't pray that you don't get yourself involved. That guy that used to do video, he has been in jail since about 2 weeks now. Nobody is above yeah, nobody. Somebody dancing in church. cyberbullying. That alone, under the Constitution of Nigeria, you can go to jail. You don't do that. You don't infringe on another person's privacy. The person owns his life, and he wants to dance with his life. So what's the own problem with it? Don't you have your own life? Is it your dance? You don't have your dance now. Is it your dance? We must learn how to manage our life very well and be contented with what you have. Some people who have put themselves involved in avoiding problems. Problems they should have avoided. Legal risk. I'm trying to emphasize on this because I know the implication. If you don't want to appear, they will get a warrant and seize your account. Freeze it. When you can't spend money again, you appear. Hey. You disappear. You appear like that. Operational risk. Operational risk refers to the potential of problems. Are you learning something? Yes, sir. Please don't get yourself entangled. Don't get yourself stuck unnecessarily. Avoid every problem. Just avoid. I do see some clients who will come with major problems. When I see them, this one.
Get your
This one. You have to shift ground. This one, I'm looking at. How much is the money? Total money, just pay. The funniest thing, another person come and pay that money. Another person does not pay the money. Gets without any no story. So you can avoid it. The Bible says that the wise man foreseeth evil and do what? Heed himself. Just put your head. Maybe your community, they are fighting one issue where it's not your own business, just leave them. Go and put your head and just land hammer on your head. So many people, yes, they get themselves involved in issues. You listen to Mr. Sulaiman now. Because they were fighting for community chairmanship or something. That was how he was attacked. Not just attacked, he wanted to kill him. To take off his life. The day I went to check him in the hospital, I said, this can't be normal. This is not normal. You must be fighting on something. Don't just come after you like this. I said, so hope they're not dragging money or land or women or maybe
That's the truth.
those things. They are connected. They are dragging women with somebody. They can kill you.
Right.
I asked him. I said, hope they're not fighting with women with somebody. He said, no. I was thinking about it. Yeah, he thought about it. I said, what of money? What of money? Hope you are not dragging. What of land? Okay. I just said, okay, what of position? Now, so we went on for like, but he didn't give me that answer. Until later, I now came back. Now explained. Please be careful. Operational risk refers to potential of problems that may arise during the management of a real estate investment, such as maintenance issues, tenant disputes, or vacancies. To manage operational risk, it is essential to have a sound property management plan in place. There are companies that do manage properties. They are called facility managers. Ways to manage issue of vacancies, tenant issues, is to get a sound facility management outfit to manage that property. This includes setting clear expectations for tenants. Hello? Just like us, I have known that our clients, it is when they want to subscribe, they become our friend. When they are still paying, they become a senior friend. On the day you allocate to them, then you are their number one enemy. They see you as if maybe you have duped them. They see you as if you have done something very bad. Not all of them, anyway. So, they see you. They now gang up. They form that alliance as landlord association group against you. They have forgotten that if you didn't come up with that project, they wouldn't have been able to come up with such a association. You now use that association to be fighting you. You now look at the money they are contributing for our security. You want to be what? Eating the money. There was one I asked Sunday that how much is the money you are contributing? Calculate it to pay it in the next 50 years. Let's do the math. 5,000 times 12, how much is that? 60,000. That's 1 year. 60,000 times 10. 600,000 for 10 years. Times 50. 3 million. So how much is 3 million to the company? That's what you pay for 50 years. If you are going to live the next 50 years. And even for you, I'm not going to pay the security fees. You have to pay. Consider 5,000. They can fight you. I used to tell the lady in charge, I said, come, you are trading with public funds. And when they say public funds, you want to say, oh, why again? You know, there's this statue in the on the road there that they used to write that, don't hit me. If you hit me, you have hit the world. Back call you. So if you touch their money, problem. So you get a registered and a licensed company to manage such property. Hiring a professional property management company can also help reduce operational risk and minimize potential issues. Let's go. Structural risk. Not every property investment is flawless. How are you, sir? Sometimes there can be hidden structural problems, such as mold or foundation damages. If you want to see somebody that want to have a lifetime fit or no self-esteem on yourself, just build a house and see your house tilting like this. I have seen one. Right on my street there is a man there that has his house like this. There was a day the man told us that this thing happened, this thing you are seeing, there is a daily problem to him. That he thinks about it every day. That was there I got to know. So on road, every day, problem to me. But there's nothing you could do. You can do nothing. There's nothing. The worst case is to demolish the house. Now where is the money to demolish? Structural risk. This can cost you even more because you'll be handling unfair maintenance. To avoid this risk in buying a house, purchase from a reliable developer with an impressive property portfolio. You can have the property evaluated by professional appraisers. So don't buy from quack. Some of you don't take your client to one quack. When the problem starts, the person will never forgive you and forget you. Because you were the middle person that took him or her to that project. Hello? As the buyer or the investor is directly sending his anger to the company, you, the middle person, you are not spared. Fine, they can't do anything for you. That will be touchy. But right inside, thankfully, you can lower this risk if you thoroughly inspect the property before you buy it. Don't skip on hiring a qualified, reputable property inspector. just keep it. Get a registered, a licensed property inspector. You can hire those who come and do foundation reports, integrity test reports. They will give you the report of any property. Before investing. Hello? Structural risk. They will give you the land, the soil test report before building that house. Get somebody that will do what? Soil test. Before investing. Most importantly, waterlogged area. Do the soil test. Get the report. When you do the soil test, that's what they'll tell you are going 18 meters deep down. But when you don't have one, you just say, let's do German foundation. No, you can't do piling. Piling is too expensive. Let's do raft. Wahala. When you put the load, I have one of my sheep there. Yes, that's my sheep very solid. You see, I look at the street and I wonder. So I do not blame those living in Mowe, Treasure and History. Because such, there we are just about 25 altogether. But the problem there, when somebody is saying A, another is saying B. Let's keep road alone. Just road. The problem. The problem. And I just wonder. I've been there for 6 years, and I've been putting on the street light for 6 years consistently. Get my streets from 7 p.m. the light will come on. And I wonder, I think when we are doing this as a joint thing that we now come together to buy this, what could have happened? They would have taken all the bulb away. Because I did the same at Treasure Island Estate. We gave them 78 halogen lamp. All the 78 are no longer working. All. Not one. And some of these halogen is just to change the bulb with 2,000 naira. No maintenance culture. Now they have just bought solar. Don't keep on hiring a qualified and reputable property inspector, contractor, old inspector, and pest control specialist to look under the hood and uncover any hidden problems. If the problem is the stomach, find out how much it costs to fix it and either work that, pass it to bill or walk away. Get a registered, licensed developer for that project. Not a quack. It will help you. Negative cash flow risk. You are rounding up. I don't know if you are tired of that. Because you can't become the just for cash flow or real estate investment refers to the money that left over from covering expenses, taxes, what is remaining when paying after paying insurance, taxes, and mortgage payment. That's the loan. Negative cash flow happens when the money coming in is less than the money going out. There are properties like that. Meaning that you are losing money. Either there is high vacancy rate or costly maintenance. High financing cost of loan. Not charging enough rent. And when you want to pay 50 house, you have to, just like me, I don't know how to charge much rent. But when there are issues, or you want to fix their roof, they will call you. And you have to go and fix The best way to reduce the risk of negative cash flow is to do your homework before buying. Take the time to accurately and realistically calculate your anticipated income and expenses, and do your due diligence to make sure that the property is in good location. You look at how much am I going to be making, then what expenses. Do the math. Income. I've gone to bank to get 500 million. And the house is there looking at you are looking at the house. A friend of mine was telling me on Saturday when I went to BBC, early morning Saturday. And he said they built a house in BBC and it took them 2 years plus to sell the house. The guy said they repainted the house 2 times. They were busy spending money on a brand new house. Tenant risk. To avoid tenant risk. He said a bad tenant can end up being more of a financial drain and more of headache than having no tenant at all. Have you? You've not seen that. You'll be spending money in God. You need God. And your house is there. Living there, you can't do anything. And you'll be spending money. Then we ask you 200,000 today. 300. And we have to find these additional charges. You have to. And the house is not using anything. Tenant or risk. Common problem with tenant includes don't pay on time or don't pay at all. This will lead to a lengthy and costly eviction process. Trash the property. Somebody who does not go, a tenant, your wallet is too much. Let me sell the property. When I sell it, if you like, don't go. And when you just come and sell at one very ridiculous price, just to cash out our because of the stress of the tenant. Have we? Yeah. Tenant can pay it. Don't report maintenance issue until it is too late. This happened to me. But thank God it wasn't too late. One of my properties somewhere in the toilet area was actually leaking, draining into the decking, and the building was going. Just for them to call a plumber to fix leaking tap and it was just flowing and leaking continuously. You can just imagine tenants. And And the place became so messed up, so as in looking at the building, I was like, am I in the right place? The place was badly. Just nothing was that should be fixed. The other guy, a pastor, that one was pounding yam. The man downstairs in the was quickly the building. I ain't time for me to go and see one tenant somewhere or anything like that. I'm telling you that a pastor, if you lose it, very big company like so you need to look at that, it's a very big risk. And that's why you have to sign on documents. Cross all this and dot all that before going into any transaction. So a tenant cannot be a risk tenant. Most extra roommates, humans or animals. So tenants will pack as many as possible. One room, see about 20 people living there. Some will bring animals, dogs. You know, not like one that brought a lion to his house at Ikoyi or VI. Lion, yes. Lion living VI. I'm telling you, see, that's like you have to be listening to news. You see, government went to the house. The association. This guy has a lion, baby lion, in his compound. Lion. Hey, lion. Lion. And don't have to go there. I saw the way they see the property. And they had to inject the lion. They fired the lion with protection. And lion stepped up. You know, cage the lion. You know what is the lion? One day lion will just go reserve and don't come up to say. I'm not telling you life. Lagos is not this Lagos. Somebody hearing fire. What I heard was Omuriso. You know in Omuriso they have a lion there. And they were complaining that you have to take this lion back with you. Because the lion, to maintain the lion now has not been a problem. But the lion, every day lion eats one goat. Fresh meat. Before, goat was like maybe 70,000. Goat has not about 50,000. How would they be able to balance the equation? Life, they said to throw one every day. Life, not dead goat. And now we sit down. He said, when now sees the goat in the gate, I asked him, now first look at the goat. So, lion can be eating live and human being. Just like we went for a program, just go back this morning. And somebody, a member of the church, flew in from the US and flew in with a pet, a dog. So the pastor now, when the pastor heard that somebody flew with a dog, they kept the dog somewhere. The pastor went to meet the dog that dog, when there are thousands of people that are looking for how to fly, the pastor now took that as a prayer. And, you have to what? Pray. Dogs are flying aircraft. You flew human beings, you are not going to be to the airport before. You have to pray. Life. The person brought the dog from the US as a pet. Life. Brought. can also do that. You can have a pet, and the pet does be disturbing everybody. And before you know it, one tenant that is paying you well, you say, what is going on there? I'm no longer enjoying this house. I will just move out. Some tenants ignore their tenant responsibilities by either paying security bills, utility bills. In my house, a tenant was owing 900 and something thousand to PACN. Let me tell you what happened. They've been living there for about 5 years, so since they came in, but I don't have the time to check all that. So, about last year, the pastor, the honorable pastor, just called me that you have to get prepaid meter for this house. I said, okay, that's fine. Okay, what happened? He said he wanted to get prepaid meter for himself. And he will register it with his name, and when he's giving, he will take it. I just heard from my dad that was actually managing the house. I said, how? Where? No, it's not possible. That, okay, I now started the process of getting the prepaid meter. So I supplied my information. So like the next 2 months, just send me bills. I just don't want 900,000. Yeah? How? I just went there. I went there December. Not December. And I called the four of them. It was at that meeting they told me that these people, they've been using light. They connected light to the next illegal connection. So at night they will not on the light. And they'll be enjoying life. And never have, accumulating. So what I now did, I said, because you've been aiding and abetting, all of you are all accomplices. Share the money. So when they now brought the prepaid meter, I said they should share the money on all the meter. At least there's no way you can recharge without paying them. So they are not paying money on this meter. Right. So some tenants can decide to what? Ignore. While it is impossible to eliminate the risk of having a problem tenant, you can protect yourself by implementing a thorough tenant screening process. Be sure to run a credit check. Credit what? I gave you 7 C's of credit credibility. You can do it. Just hire a financial advisor to run a credit check on somebody. You can run a credit check on anybody. That person is a credit risk. Some people are very credit risk. Can never get any loan from any bank. Those of you that get loan from OP and PAMP and will not pay for so long, they will just throw your name into one bad record. Become a credit risk, a financial risk to society. So you can run a credit risk and criminal background check on every applicant. Now they said for you to travel Nigeria and you must do what? Police report. That's the current check. So please check yourself. You just got that newly with the latest information now. You want to apply, you must come with your work. Police have money. New money for the boys. So you also can do say, you can run a credit risk or a police background check. Also, contact each applicant's previous landlords to look for red flags like late payment, property damage, and eviction. There's nothing wrong in asking, where are you coming from? Or give me the information of your former landlord. Just fill the form. You're not going to tell the person what to do. Right? Just like some of our staff, when they go out, want to work in other places, they need to send me forms to fill. Yeah. And sometimes I'll just look at the form that if you want to destroy this person's life, just give a very wrong they will not employ the person. So you can do the same for tenants. It's also recommended that you investigate a potential tenant work history. And we have mentioned 4 now. Former landlord, work history, credit report, police report. With all this, we probably get through. salary that can reasonably cover rent and living expenses. Because you are come to bank to get loan to build that house. You must repay. If you don't repay, banks will come and take over your house. Who is that a lot? So you must know who you are bringing in. Due diligence. Make sure that they have steady salary that can reasonably cover rent and living expenses. It's also a good idea to pay attention to scattered work history. An applicant who bounces from one job to another may have trouble paying rent and may be more likely to relocate in the middle of the lease. Ensure that you and your investment properties are adequately insured against loss and liability. I hope this helps someone. Yes. Because you want to invest in real estate, you must check all the pros and cons. You know, most times you only check pros. You check the don't worry, real estate is good. It's sweet. Yeah, I can go. If you go, I told you of the man died. Life. They demolish his body. Life, when in his life. People can do anything. It doesn't matter, they don't care. Eh? They don't give it. Like somebody said, I want to go and get meter, and I'll do it in my name, and when I'm going, I'll take it. You will do it. You only apply for it. I'll give it. And from there, that's it. Alright, so let's go. Yes, real estate